If you've been following my channel, you know something has been different this year. I wasn't living or traveling in my van for about a year. Life happened. I spent time at my home base, caught up on my projects, and before I knew it, a whole year had gone by. This summer, I was excited to get back on the road. The plan was simple, a 2-month adventure through British Columbia, Alberta, and Saskatchewan, exploring places I hadn't seen in a while and sharing them with all of you. But 6 weeks into the trip, I came back to my home base, our family farm. Not because I wanted to quit, not because something went wrong with the van. The heat and smoke from forest fires took its toll, and I needed a pit stop. One thing I forgot about being off the road for so long is that van life isn't just about driving to beautiful places. It's also mentally tiring. You're constantly moving, checking weather, finding water, looking for shade, thinking about groceries, laundry, internet, dumping tanks, and planning tomorrow's drive. When you haven't done it for a year, it takes a while to get back into that rhythm. I thought I was in that rhythm, but my first mistake was my timing. I planned this trip through some of the hottest parts of summer. Many of the places I wanted to visit were simply too hot. Some of the free camping had very little shade. RV parks were expensive and already booked. And I often found myself changing plans just to escape the afternoon heat. I had Lucky, my cat, to think about. If I had gone out in the spring or waited until late August or September, the trip probably would have been much more comfortable heat-wise. Also, summer in BC and Alberta are changing. We get a lot of forest fires, therefore smoke in the air. There were 2 areas I chose not to drive to because of the fires nearby. I'm now getting news about a devastating fire in an area I was in just 2 weeks ago. Summer travel has changed in Western Canada. That's a lesson I'll definitely remember for next year. Another thing I wasn't expecting was that I miss connecting with people. Van life can be lonely. I was with family and friends for the first 2 weeks, which was wonderful, but the last month I was pretty much by myself. I travel solo, and most of the time I generally enjoy that. I can stop wherever I want, stay as long as I want, and change my plans whenever I feel like it. I love that part of it. I love the freedom. But after several weeks on the road, there were moments when I was getting a bit lonely. Spend a lot of time driving by myself, eating meals by myself, watching sunsets by myself. It's still a wonderful lifestyle, but I think it's important to be honest about that side of van life too. Coming home for a short break has actually been exactly what I needed. I'll be able to connect with family. We have a family gathering in mid-August, which I was planning to miss. So I'll be here, so that's wonderful. I'll be able to catch up on a few things that need to be fixed in my van. I'll be able to check up on my vegetable garden that I planted in June before I left. I can recharge mentally and rethink the next part of my trip. The good news, I'm not finished traveling this summer. This was never the end of the adventure. This was just a pit stop. It was simply a pause. Soon I'll be heading back out, hopefully with cooler temperatures, better planning, and a fresh appreciation for life on the road. Sometimes the best part of a journey is knowing when it's okay to take a break. Van life doesn't have to be all or nothing. For me, it's about enjoying the freedom, even if that freedom sometimes means coming home for a little while. and I'm so grateful for having my home base. I'd love to hear from you. If you've ever traveled for weeks at a time, whether in a van, an RV, or even just a long vacation, have you ever reached a point where you just needed to reset? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're looking forward to the next leg of my adventure, make sure you're subscribed because there is still plenty of miles ahead of me. Thanks for being here with me. See you next time. Bye for now.